And they got Justin Houston back, and they've been
there we
looking
go.
forward to that for a long time. It was the second game back since the ACL surgery that he had last season. But boy, what a force he is, because remember, D Ford stepped up this year and really took some of the pressure off the loss of Justin Houston. Justin Houston is back and letting everyone know he can handle his business from here on out.
Oh, man. Look at this defense, yo. Oh, get upfield. Oh, my gosh. We're supposed to be gone right there. Like that defense. Why you can't watch it, yo?
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Now Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
Woo! Almost ran out that shit. Almost ran out that motherfucker tackle.
Defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag. That can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down.
Man, if you don't hold that fucking block.
Continues to roll, my friend. 97 more yards, 2 more touchdowns on Thanksgiving. That's number 10 and 11 now in the season.
And I think a lot of people are always looking at rookie players, especially running backs. Will they hit the circle?
You know what, yo? This is going to be pretty right here.
No signs of that wall being there, but I think it's because of the way they use him and the way he goes about his business. When he doesn't carry the football, he still carries out his play fakes, he still blocks, he does everything in addition to being able to catch the ball.
That shit is crazy, yo. He had 2 people playing. He had 2 people playing, 3 people, and still made a play on the fucking ball.
Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. 18 yards there, first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys.
Hold your fucking block.
They've got it in.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They'll rifle this one deep. 50-50.
Yo, he pushed my fucking man, yo. This, I don't understand that shit, yo. He could push my man out of his pattern and still pick the ball off.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't
Shit
think they were
crazy, yo.
all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware.
That was a fumble hit.
The first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And certainly a key cog in this offensive wheel is Jeremy Maclin.
You've just got to find ways to get him the ball, whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
Damn. Hate the fuck. I just keep doing that shit.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. From the gun, here's Smith. And incomplete there.
Fuck you, don't step up and pick that shit off.
And brings up 3rd down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Sean Lee is a linebacker with an exciting mix of tackling ability and coverage skills.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 9 yards to go. It's 3rd down. Throwing on third down, Smith. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.
And there's a completion to Travis Kelsey. I think he's starting to come into his own as a tight end and as a player. And that makes his quarterback, Alex Smith, really happy.
The 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Past the 25 to the 27. That's going to be a 6-yard gain and leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
Stop his ass. Good fucking defense.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. This is fielded at the 27. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
Oh, that's it.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
Remember, they need to keep winning this. Then they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they needed no. Remember to forget the red.
I like that even better.
They'll start the drive with Allen. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there to bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Here's Romo now on 2nd down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gives him a new set of downs. Setting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They come up and outside. First down carry by Allen. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, what a high grades on this board. 3-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to first down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the running game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down about the 19. The gain of a yard gets him back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time we get into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Never fucking fails, bro. Phony ass fucking defense.
Indeed, they have in a lot of cases.
Keep doing this shit, yo.
On defense, made plays, and let's face it, going into the season, we thought they might finish last in the league in defense. They had a lot of guys suspended. They spent a second-round pick on a defender that we all knew was not going to play this season in Jalen Smith. Yet somehow they fashioned it together, led by Sean Lee, and become a cohesive unit that doesn't worry about who gets the credit, and have had guys emerge and make plays that you didn't expect.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Throwing is Smith.
Fuck on the ground. He ain't a safety. Oh my gosh, yo. He was in the end zone.
And after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. 3rd and long. It's Smith. The ball hooked in the air and intercepted. Hooked off Byron Jones. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
He had a great read there from his free safety position. Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he was being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain. It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there was all completion.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. Here we go on 4th. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. These Kansas City Chiefs getting ready to go on offense and try to keep pace with Oakland. Out west, they're 8-3, Oakland at 9-2. What a win they had in Week 12. And Tyreek Hill, what a game he had, Charles.
When you start talking about doing something that hasn't been done since Gale Sayers in 1965, rushing touchdown, receiving touchdown, return touchdown in the same game, that's big-time performance. I mean, Tyreek Hill may be the fastest guy in the league now. When I see him with the football taking off,
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles. In a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the rule of the end?
what they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing in the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end. They can't let themselves get hurt and let the running back get outside, because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. It's West again. And they'll take this forward only. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. They come out here on the other. To throw Smith. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. It's a 10-yard pickup, and he moves the chains. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
When you execute a drag crossing route really well and give him a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Credit him for 1-yard gain there, making 2nd and 9. And quickly, they get to the line.
That's the type of play that will fire up the defense, holding the 1 yard on the first down run. Be interesting to see.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Smith turns and gives the pass. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again here with West. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. These short ones still have their value.
Now everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Fresh set of downs here. Smith. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defense has obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular defense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity.
We'll see what time they choose to go down. The drive begins with a handoff to Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen, have excellent hands, they can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Smith. He's got it to West on the double. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time before I shut it down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Kelsey out in the slot right. Just shy of 45. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry.
Not a run that you're going to let but still, a good first down run. That's what the offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
They come out here on the outside. And he's going to get this one down to the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just run it down the back. They run giving up. They don't always have to absorb the bloody ball. Sometimes they disrupt themselves.
The Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back.
Beat on his ass.
Coming in and dropping for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. One man in the backfield, Elliott. To throw is Romo. Got him in over the middle. It's Williams.
Man, get the fuck upfield.
At the 23. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Out now comes the the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And taken at the 46. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. First down, Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Looking to jam receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
So after that stop, you know that 3rd down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. There goes Wynn.
Yes! Yes!
Right at the line of scrimmage. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today.
Hit! Oh! They robbed me. Let this man come back and grab me.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Oh, soul searching now?
I would say so. They need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? You just get on our backs, and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started. Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Let's go. Here we go on 4th. Romo. And this is going to be intercepted.
Yo!
Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my own college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, let's only talk about turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. Every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Second down following the incompletion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Second and 10, Smith again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
This shit fucking crazy.
On the play there, and they move the chains.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This is West. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's West, and he's got room. And he cuts it left, and now room to move. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 37 yards.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
Look at this shit.
First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it, and the defense did exactly that.
Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. And now it's 2nd and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So still 7 yards to go here on 3rd down. It's 3rd and goal. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal.
Now that was a big...
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So it took a while to get something, anything on the scoreboard, but we finally have our first points of the contest.
And now this becomes a question of can they make this stand up? The defense has been impeccable thus far, and now they need to go out and finish strong.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and get loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
Come on, Des!
Too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. See how
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
The dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And Kansas City, they have the 3-point lead. Defense
another dumbass game.
Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet. The Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now West. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. 3rd and 4. They come up in an offset eye. On the ground, this is Ware. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
There's so many things that go into playing a position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys are getting the football back. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range, or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
See if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. That's what you're practicing. Winning situations each and every week. Victory formation.
Yo, let me tell you, yo. I'm so fucking dumb, yo. I had the field goal when I was on the fucking 5. I had the field goal when I was on the fucking 6. And then I keep fucking throwing these dumbass interceptions when I know how he plays defense. Shit dumb.
But as a full team, There's a lot
Just
of pride
dumb.
that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for
Man,
them?
God beats myself,
Zeros
yo.
in the time column too.
You right. Mm.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
So mad y'all do dumb shit. Can't blame nobody but my fucking self, yo. Yeah, yo.
saying? Where we going, you don't need a map, you don't need a nap, you don't need jack. Except out to people, some very loud speakers, go drink some good. Join me. One thing, good vibes only. I just tapped, I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks, let's blow some up. Tonight I'm going stupid with things I've never done. We all got one thing in common, we just wanna have fun.
What time is it, cuz? What does school look like? Aiden. Great, bro. Go ahead, man. It's 10:30. Come on. After that match, cut it off. You heard what I said? Huh? Keep giving out fucking Christmas presents around this bitch, man. Still don't get it, do you? Man, you not even fucking playing, y'all. Why your broadcast ain't on? Oh, nice sunny day in Philadelphia, huh?
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Redskins will take possession for the 1st and 10.
Hey, Aiden. Go tell Leia I said come here for a minute. Do me a favor. Come on this side behind here. Go ahead, Aiden. Watch your show. You got 5 minutes. See the iPad down there? Look, pick it up. Not mine, but the other one. Not that, but the other one. You remember this password? I keep putting it in, and what I keep putting in is saying it's wrong.
Is it the one that Mommy restarted?
I don't know.
I think it is.
That's my other one. That was my other one with the camera. But I can't think of the passcode, and it's been disabled. Every time so, you don't remember. I don't want to lose the picture. See if I restart it, then
Daddy,
it's going to delete everything.
Daddy, Mommy said can I have her chicken Alfredo?
No.
Yes, she did.
You're not eating no more. No.
She said can.
What, hey, Leia?
And also,
Come here. Come here.
Also, somebody ate it.
Go sit down. What did you push this time?
1976.
That's not it. That's you thinking about her iPad. A little. This one was my second one. Remember when that one got cracked? Remember I had the first one?
Is it 9945?
I did that. I'm so scared to plug it up. Just thinking about plug it up. If I plug it up, will it show?
Can I have that computer?
What computer?
That one right there.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
No.
I need a computer like this. I need a computer like this.
No.
That's like, and I could just. I need a computer like this.
Okay. You're right. You want to keep on needing it.
Can I borrow it?
You can't borrow it. You can't take it
Why?
upstairs. You can use it, but you cannot take it upstairs.
What's the password?
Ain't no password.
I need a computer like that.
Let me see what happens.
Did you even take pictures on there?
There's stuff on this. Where's the mouse?
I'll be right back.
What?
Lay said you needed me?
No, God. I'm good.
You said you need your iPad, guys?
I'm good.
Take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ash, did you remember one of my passwords?
9945.
Yeah, no, not that one.
6814.
6814. Alright, I'll figure it out.
6814.
Alright.
Cousins now on second down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And Ty was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage. And that's where it gets difficult for the defender, Brandon. You go to your spots in the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football. Now a second down throw for Cousins. But it's incomplete. The end guard saw the intended receiver. And it's third down. Defense looking to hold certain this time here on 3rd and 7. They come up in an offside. Cousins down. He's got time in the pocket. He's got a deep cut. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
There'll always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks, and start down have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning. Those types of plays that can knock the defense off balance, that drive the team towards victory. Let's look at everything that's kept them hanging on this drive. It was turned around and handed off on the last drive.
And another look at the big boys getting in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive line tried to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and take some space in the run game?
Cousins on the keeper. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Kirk Cousins with his second touchdown here this first half. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back away to about the 13-yard line here. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you sure more watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that we didn't score when we're watching. Everyone does it to some extent. You got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. Then we can get the scoreboard and get pressure into the end zone.
He'll get this up to the early part of the line. It'll be first down here after the run. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They're going to go with the tight end here on the run play.
Right into the 1-yard gain there. That's a really nice play. They must step down the run. But if you back it up, you got to tell those guys a great job. They kept people off of them, allowed them to run free. The ball was around.
Felt the gap nicely, kept them to just a 1-yard gain. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third down, 15 yards still needed. On third and long, Twins. And this is the Matthews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
They were full-scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball and some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Tackle made there by Mason Foster. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, here's Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Charged the ball free and brings up third down.
There's a good opportunity just went by there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage late defensively. Now Wentz. Matthews the one he was looking for. And 4th down coming up. Here's Donnie Jones now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead and take your knee and get on out for that.
What? And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner end.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
Over the middle to Garcon. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now first down following that long gain. First down, here's Cousins. They'll hit Jackson complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps the defense on the giving them a chance to rest.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. To the air again, it's Cousins. And escaping this time, it's going to go down. They get it for a sack. They hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. We have time on the horizon. They'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second down, a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Garcon, the man in motion. Cousins now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Hopkins' kick is good, but there is a penalty marker. They might be forced to try this one again. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this is going to be covered up by the Reds. The second half of the onside kick. Risky.
Felt like the sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you know, about both of the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it because we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. That's going to go with a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Mark, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Second down, Cousins. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
The things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they have the fly to sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to get the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over. Again, the drive was Sproles. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and they throw it again, they throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
To throw, it's Wentz. And Matthews over the middle with the grab. It's a gain of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, and now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just goes right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And the D-line pitching together must be expecting the run. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now Wynn going on second down. Left side, caught by Matthews. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews, his second touchdown of the afternoon. There the Eagles are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? And, you know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air. Because right now, we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, every now and then I actually listen to this for class.
You're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you put that in the podcast.
You know, I just grab the nugget when I can.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get the best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to the runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have the chance to make people miss an open field.
They got by his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it second and short. And they're going to speed things up here.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to the runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have the chance to make people miss an open field. But I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Look at this. Big gain and a fumble. But fortunately,
Oh my goodness. Yup. Yep.
I got 4 people laying around, man. That's all right, man. Yeah, get back.
Because you're already big much ashore of the field goal. If you take a big sack, push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try to take you out of that.
now a handoff here to his running back. Calling no game that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
That's a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when you're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line coming tight together. One more shoulder to shoulder, trying to work your corner in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
Man, this shit wet, bro. See baby jump outside that funky ass shit. Screaming the fuck, yo.
5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4.
Shit wet.
Dustin Hopkins.
They think you in the far stuff. I thought you were a hard count. Shit wet. Yeah, that's wrong.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Philadelphia getting set to take field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He's got it to Matthews, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Third down now following the completed pass. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try to keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And he hits his man, Matthews. Give him 9 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why. Trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart, and even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Here's Sproles. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense, when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're using big people, because they have to eat up a lot of blockers. They're shooting 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit. Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, hold it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And Matthews has it right side. He will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that's actually everything we need to know about this drive. They can move the ball awfully well.
And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move to James.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Wentz to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Giving it a big tight end on 3rd. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring it down at the 23. And quickly they get to the line.
This is a question of who wants it more. Easy to get stuck behind all the big bodies, but you've got to find a space and fight forward for the 1st down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So we've got a 2nd and 5. Now Ryan Matthews in the game. He gets the ball here. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Ryan Matthews on 3rd down. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches.
Nigga do the ball, yo. Fucking touchdown, nigga. You can't play other, bro. Wide the fuck open.
2nd down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper in the territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Throwing now is
Incomplete. The contact made the ball run free and brings up 4th down.
You see a nigga drop the fucking touchdown, y'all?
Yeah.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a one-score game.
It's fucking dick.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that'll move it back within 6 now. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick.
Oh, they robbed him.
They are able to put a free
He had him.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, but no problem, he's converting there.
This will be recovered by the
Hey, Rob, you shit out me, man.
just about do it. So third quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they didn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number.
Damn, yo.
Well, when you score in special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. They'll give it to him right off the bat. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take it. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play.
Grant, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield to make the play?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They run it here with Johnson. And on the inside, the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you gotta like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side, maybe a little bit.
Oh, man, don't tell me you fucked up.
Nothing else, they just need to lead getting upfield and giving up 3. They're not exactly thinking about their offense.
It's some phony shit, bro. James, man, so fucking big, man. I try to pop the motherfucking ball, man. It made me throw the fucking ball. Shit crazy, man.
By their defense, though, they held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to
That's crazy. Yeah, I thought that was
I don't think we'll give up.
Man, yo.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
nigga off the hook, yo.
Man, yo.
Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL. Log on to EASports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.
Damn, yo. You was right there, cuz, and you fucked it up. Damn, yo.
Watch out, pop that bitch, yo.
everybody. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Carr's Raiders going up against Cousins' Redskins. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth. We'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Oakland Raiders and the Washington Redskins. And some changes here as the D-line separates up. Throwing on first down is Carr. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there. And that'll be good for no first down. Here's Carr. It's quick and he's brought down after a good game. 23 yards on the play.
Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially, because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Carl Walker, that's a pretty good connection for years to come for Oakland.
Yeah, he started coming strong into his rookie year. Now the Raiders are open for that second-year job by Walker. Safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a third down. Carr looking to throw on 4 and 2. Throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And fourth down coming up.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, and they were unsuccessful.
And Jankowski pushes this one to the left. It's no good. And this one is the end of this game. They tried to look for a moment there, but they might have been turned away thanks to this field goal.
And those especially right when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
First and 10, Cousins. Got his target there. Give him 18 and it'll be first down Redskins. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. First down, here's Cousins. Left side, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Second down throw for Cousins. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come, and their eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the pick 6, decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this one.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they got confidence. That's out.
Yeah, now make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Cousins has on second down. Out to the left here. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stage. In terms of what game against the Cowboys for Jordan Reed, 10 catches, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. He seemed unguardable.
We've talked about it throughout this season. More and more people are starting to realize that Jordan Reed is probably the best running tight end in the league. But how about when he does it down 3 catches a minute? His basketball background comes into play. See those crossover steps he was taking? You see those moves he was making? Jordan Reed is something else and played that game with one top of his shoulder injury to finish that game.
And he finds the tight end Reed. And he's brought down after a good game. Big play there with a catch and run. And he'll move the chains.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding a way.
Maybe a little of both.
They'll give it to him. And take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Though if I love Kelly, week 11 was a lot kinder than week 12. He had the great game in week 11 with 3 touchdowns, but on Thanksgiving, 14 carries, 147 yards.
Was that you throwing things at the television? Because you had me activated there. You did. On your fantasy team. Only 37 yards. You didn't get what you expected that day. That was only because they didn't play from behind me and tell me what they were doing the chasing. And having to do that meant Kirk Cousins had to throw the football. But I think Robert Kelly's having a remarkable rookie season for an undrafted free agent out of Tulane. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out?
He'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown.
The nigga spent and the line mixed out.
Taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good and we're on time at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Tywan Jones on the return. And bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So the Raiders take the field on offense again, sitting at 9-2, Charles, clinching their first winning season since way back in 2002.
And for most franchises, everyone would be dancing in the streets right now to support them, right? The fans have to be going crazy. But don't you get the sense with this team that they have a bigger target in mind?
Much bigger target.
I mean, 9-2, terrific. Hey, they've erased some of that history, but they think that they can make a real deep run in the playoffs and be a big factor towards the Super Bowl.
The veteran safety, Dante Whitner, in on the tackle. Now caught on second down. Caught left side to Crabtree. Now Crabtree had a 100-yard game against the Panthers, 110, 8 catches.
So when we talk about receivers, we're almost always talking about a number 1 guy for every team, right? And that means it would be a number 2 guy. The way Crabtree's playing with Amari Cooper, is he really number 2? Is he number 1A this season?
Exactly, because Amari has 66 catches, Crabtree right on his heels with 60. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gordon, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got first down. come up with an offside. Now Carr going to give it. Looking for an opening, not much there. They'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, second down.
Good solid gain on first down. About what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
That was second down for Carr. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Frustrating for the defense, energizing for an offense.
Look at this shit.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And that last drive made a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? You've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look close.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So what will they do on the ground through the air? Let's see, second and 9. Back near the goal line, Cousins. And this one is linked away. That one goes for 13 yards and it loses sticks.
Exactly what's going to be said about the defensive perspective. That's why I tell all you guys, we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. There are more people there to get him down.
And some room to work. And he'll take this one up around the 23. Solid run first down, gain of 7. Leaves him with a second and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's a one-touch crack tight end in the direction you want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get. That's how they get. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds out past the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there. Will lead to a new set of downs.
I know that time's a coach, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his big catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Snap count to the defense on 5-yard penalty. Shift together here from the D-line. That's going to go as well as a support. Every second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Second down, Cousins. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down after a good game. Big play that time for a catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him right at the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. 7 yards to go on second down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got it for a loss. On third down, Cousins.
Oh, come on, man.
Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they started that drive in the shadows of their own end zone all the way back at the 2, and they're able to get 3 out of it.
And you know, shadows tend to scare people, right? Not in this case. This offense was not jumpy at all, handled it very well, put themselves into a position to score.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you gotta feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And not a whole lot doing there, so get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Carr on the bootleg. He's got the hook up to Holmes. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for them. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Play action from Murray. Now Carr. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The big tight end flag ball from maintain target. And it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys to get the football. And they think they got a completion. The ball's almost there. And then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in. And that's it.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Murray going set back. Throwing his Carr on third down.
Man, this shit phony.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're not. But they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get out here.
Not one that I've ever met.
Now on everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on the ground they go with the running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Caught left side, goes side. That would go for 16, and the drive will continue.
All right, say it with me now. A lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play. Get his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yeah.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
Here's Cousins.
Motherfucker.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3 and increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end the drive. Going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. And like what they did in the first half, that worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit, change your tendencies, and try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Second down following the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And here's yardage here, going down back at the 28. They lost 2 there, and it's third down. And quickly, they get to the line.
I think the easy thing now is just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. Jones on the return. Very good return, giving it even 20 yards. And the Raiders will take possession. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how we draw up the half. We can go inside the locker room, and I think we would see up on the brace boards. Stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go down the field and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, they have to find a defense. The first part was perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to tell it off.
See if they can get the line 50%. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
So many teams are in this situation nowadays. Washington has enough confidence to go ahead and run the ball. In that situation, it's almost a tendency break.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
It's been a struggle this entire game to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Now Carter to get the ball. And he's going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
They're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roll. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Play clock winding down. Now Carr. Deep drop. And that's complete to Wolford. And he's brought down after a good game. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. One man in the backfield. That's Jones. Simple slap route. Really nice throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it away to run it on the inside route.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry. On second down, here's Carr. Backing up. A right side catch by Crabtree. And pulled down, but now before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for from 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you're in a drag in zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
And they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Jones. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And from the 3 now, it's second and goal. Now Jones calling a gain of yards. They get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I don't even think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being third down territory.
They come up with an outside out. Third and goal now. The defense is going to hold serve again. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 yards to go. Here on fourth and goal to hit Bader, but they're going to go for it. Now with everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go. Here on fourth and goal to hit Bader, but they're going to go for it. Carter for the fourth down. This pass crossed with the 4. They're turned away on
This shit. The nigga comes out the fuck, man.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Got the lead last time, had to punt it, but was the key to this drive.
I think it's leverage. Being guys up front, you know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity to protect the pass, create space for the runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
Watch that leverage on this drive.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing this once, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try to create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really it doesn't matter who got the ball in the play, because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. They come out here on the line. And the back throws in motion. Something you can't do is take that sack in the end zone.
No, you can't. But for all defensive line coaches, they're celebrating everywhere. Because what do they tell us in our meetings? It's all about the get off. Beating the offensive line at the snap of the football.
Their offense now making their way towards the huddle. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball. And then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here in Georgia.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on the 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and it's like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4-0, so I don't think it's a big deal when the offense doesn't have it.
I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but now they run after it.
Murray, the lone sandbag. They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. Throw left side to the Wolford. A gain of 32 that time. The offense lining up 1st and 10.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you will see, the offensive line that brought the extra time that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They go with Murray again. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now a play fake. Carr. Wide open receiver complete. A very solid gain of 27. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense, so you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there. They got the discipline they show to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Incomplete. He was looking for his time that time.
Any caused incompletion is good for a defense. And when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him out of his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. You got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Play number 7 in this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And catch it to 2. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And now there's realize there. You got your tight end in the situation.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. So stop from the 2 now.
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action.
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They come out here on the other. Offense looks to work that. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders have moved down in front here in the fourth quarter. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it out.
Like all-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead pay, and they got it done.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. This is fielded at the goal line. Washington as they come on the field. And last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double. Give them a couple of runs. Sure. Just messes things up for you offensively. defensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Escaping the pressure. And he takes a shot on the release. This will be incomplete.
That plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect it outwards, right? The overall game sheet. But you and I know that they can count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
It's such a close game. Very, very big one. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. A second down throw for Johnson. He's going to be ripped up and driven down. Khalil Mack in there to get his second sack of the night. And they're going to speed things up here. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. And no coverage here, backing off in the secondary. Cousins.
Get the fuck out of this bullshit.
Good game. And 21 yards there as they convert on third. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now they'll run it on the toss. Muscles him off. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 56. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
There's conviction for tight end, and I think they were looking at something that central casting framework.
Absolutely.
I mean, size, hands, speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of the offensive coordinator, don't you?
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. And quickly, they get to the line. He's back to throw. And he finds the tight end. And he's back there for a good game.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out here on the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. Really nice pick up at 14 yards on moves of sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink. If you give him any type of blocking, always talking about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker and fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. down goal to go from the 6. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now, everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Now, looks like they might be expecting to pass an extra DB in on 3rd and goal.
That's how the game has changed. Now you got to pass first, even in goal-line situations.
Oh, just some fucking bullshit.
Game winner here in the closing stages.
I think what we just saw in that drive, partner, is great practice, preparation, and poise. Not only did they score with little time left for them to retaliate, they chewed up enough time along the way while still getting the yardage they needed. That was an impressive drive.
Very methodical. Now, barring something crazy on the kickoff, they got this one. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Winder. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception to seal the victory.
Go ahead, yo. Your turn. Your turn. Go ahead. Yeah, man. The fucking end of the game, man.
For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men
bullshit ass job, man.
I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we.
You going to play? Yeah, I'm done too.